Yeah. Good morning and afternoon, Raider Nation, and welcome to another episode of Raiders Monday Morning Quarterback. I'm 401 Raider Jeff, joined by my guy, Chris for Raiders.
Hey.
And look, that game yesterday in LA, that was another punch in the gut. Same story, same mistakes, same results. Chargers put up 31. We crawled to 14, and even with Greg Olson stepping in, there wasn't much of a change. What do we expect to see for the rest of the season? The offense still looked completely stuck in neutral, but we're here to break it all down. What went wrong? Who showed up? Who flat out didn't? So let's buckle up and let's do this shit.
I'm going to disagree a little bit about the offense. I know we still stuck in the mud, but one thing I did notice that we did better in the red zone than we have done in the past many games we played. We did score touchdowns in the red zone. So that point, yeah, but other than that, the offensive line is still the offensive line. So without further ado, go ahead, Jeff.
Well, let's check in with the chat. Let's see who we got in the house today with us. We got Robert Pena stopping in. What's up, Robert Pena?
Hey, Mr. Pena.
AO's here. What's up, my guy? What's going on? Yes. I was informed this morning by Afakasi that I guess they just found this out last night. Ben got a message from one of our longtime chat members. Primarily used to see him a lot in Raider Benz. He would be in mine every now and then. He would be in Afakasi's, but Gord Peterson,
What?
he passed away in August. But his wife, she's been having a hard time with it, so she just finally reached out to Ben, let him know how much Ben's shows meant to him and how much he enjoyed being in the chat and being involved. She even said in her thing that she'd be in the other room and she could hear him laughing and just going along with everything. So
I remember the one that I haven't seen him in a while, because I remember seeing him in our chat and other channels chat. I haven't seen him in a while. Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna take my hat off. Rest
in peace, Gord. I mean, he was a great guy in the chat and everything. Everybody got along with him. So
I didn't even know. That's one I haven't seen him in a while. Wow.
So we'll just take a little moment of silence in honor of Gord. So miss you, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for reminding me, Robert. I knew about it and I forgot to mention it, and I should have started with that. And I apologize to Gord's family for that.
I didn't know. But like I said, rest in peace, Gord. Rest.
Yeah, I just found out like about 2 hours ago. I messaged Afakasi. That message I sent out about Geno Smith in the dumpster, Afakasi responded to me right away, and then we were talking about his trip and everything, and
rest in Raiders paradise, man. Rest in Raiders paradise.
Navy Vet's in the house. What's up, Navy Vet?
Hey, Navy Vet, what's up?
What's up, Rorschach? Rorschach is in the house. You cannot turn it. What's this? I can't even read
You
this.
cannot turn a chicken shit sandwich into a chicken sandwich. Rush out with the haymaker.
What's up? I'm not bueno. What's going on, brother?
Hey, bueno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gord. That's horrible. That's not what I was expecting to hear this morning. What's up, Jay? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Let's see who else is here. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, everybody's saying, yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, that was that kind of put a bummer on the conversation with with Afakasi, and that never fails. Stop my show and the dogs start going fucking berserk. So,
it's always something.
Yep. So, all right. So we lost yesterday, 31-14. I mean, did we expect to win? You wanted us to win. You know, a lot of people were like, "Oh no, we need to keep losing so we can get a better draft pick." Yeah, I get that part, but I mean, if you're a true Raider fan, you still want to see us win. I mean, you want to go out there and encourage the team to lose? No.
These
players ain't gonna want to lose. They're getting paid to play, and they're playing for contracts in the future. You know,
if you do that, if you encourage like we should take, I mean, he's not a Raider fan. You should want to win regardless of our draft picks next year, because that's not guaranteed what's going to happen in the draft. As a Raider fan, I want to win every game. As a football fan, realistically, I didn't think. Hey, good morning, 05. Good morning. As realistically, I didn't think we could win. Not the way the offenses are playing, the offensive line. But as a Raider fan, I want to see a win. And we played pretty well for a little while. But other than that, I'm not going to jump at that right now. I want to see us win. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to tank.
What's up, Travis? Good morning. Well, good morning for you guys on the West Coast. Good afternoon for me. It's already almost 1 o'clock already.
Really?
We can't do a true morning show because Chris would be pissed. He'd be like, I
was up at 5 o'clock this morning. We get started at 5 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock your time. Also.
No, I don't want to start that early. I'm still sleeping at 8 o'clock in the morning. Fuck that shit. Well, when you're up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah. I mean, I finished doing all the shit for the show at like 3 o'clock. And that's mainly because I was watching other shit and everything, so.
Well, I've been saying we can start earlier, but like I said, we only got 5 more shows left anyway. So
yeah, so yeah, true. There's not much left of the season, thank God.
Yeah, let's say we have 5 shows left as a Monday morning quarterback.
I just want this season over with now. So we're gonna start with this. Who do we think actually played well? We'll start with what little positives we can find in this game. It's a very short list, but I think it's a decent one based on what I've got for info on this.
Really short list. It's like
I came up with 4 bright spots in this.
It's like an smart type list.
Yeah. So I came up with 4 names on this list.
I got 3.
So I got Ashton Genty, who obviously he ran his ass off as best as he could yesterday. I mean, with what he's got to play in front of him, he did keep the drives alive. You saw again another instance of shades of what we really have in a kid like him. If we had not a good offensive, even if we had just the most basic average, if we had the most basic average offensive line, he'd finish the season with probably about 1,400 yards. But with such an inept offensive line, his average is horrible. I mean, he's just not getting the space. But I think yesterday would be a bright spot for him. He didn't get any touchdowns, but still at a bright spot. Who do you have?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say Ashton Genty too.
Who's your first one?
My first one would have been Ashton Genty. Because I agree with you. As I say, yeah, because he ran his ass off, the best of his ability, what he can do. He broke tackles and did what he can when in that offensive line. Like going back what you're saying, I'm gonna copy and paste that. If he had a decent offensive line, if we had like maybe 2 years ago offensive line, Genty would be at like 1,200 yards by now. or 1,100, easy, or no less than 900. If he had an offensive line 2 years ago in 2023, he would have been a lot better. Even 2022, he would have been a lot better. But the way the offensive line been shifted around with these guys coming in and out, and we'll talk about offensive line in a few minutes. He would have had a better year, better run. He probably broke a couple of because there's one he could have broken, but just couldn't get outside the linebacker. But yeah, I guess Gentry, like he did the best he could for what we had.
These aren't in any particular order, by the way, just so you know. So it's not like I'm saying Genty's the first and foremost number one guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the overall, if you had to look at it, that was the best on the team yesterday was definitely Brock Bowers, and it's tradition that he tends to be that way.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, he had another stellar game. You know, he's got 5 touchdowns in 2 games so far this season. 3 in who was it? It was the Titans, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Jacksonville?
It was Jacksonville he had the 3? I thought it was Tennessee. So he's had 3 touchdowns in 1 game and 2 in this one. So he still finished with 4 for 63 and 2 touchdowns, and he had a long play of 27 yards. So he ultimately is the brightest spot. There's no two ways about it.
The brightest spot was that last touchdown he caught. I got to say this. I'm watching the game. Just went through the ball. I thought it was an incomplete touchdown again. Then the referees raised their hand touchdown. I'm like, what? They had to replay thing 3-4 times. I'm like, he actually caught that ball. That shows how talented this guy is. He made a receiver catch. Not a tight end catch, a receiver catch. Caught the ball 1 hand off the ground. Didn't even touch the ground, by the way. That shows you that we have talent in the tight end spot. So he's one of the biggest, brightest spots of what we had yesterday.
So yeah, Rorschach said this last night in the chat, and I don't think Jay caught it. Says, I've been saying this for a minute. We were told that these beanstalk beans are what we needed instead of crop seeds, and we were dumb enough and bought it. Did not expect this being this bad. And you're right. Nobody expected us to be this bad.
No.
You know, when at the start of the season, we're basically told that, he's in it to win it. He's not here to build. He's here to win games. And this is the result of him winning games, too. 2, and probably a chance of winning none the rest of the way. So we got 5 games left. So everybody, we're in for a long 5 weeks. I will tell you that. These 5 weeks are going to feel like a fucking year.
No, wait till the season's over. It's really going to feel like 2 years.
Yeah. So, no, and I definitely agree with Rorschach with what he said. That's, 100%. So Travis is saying Max, Genty, Bowers, and the Raiderettes. The Raiderettes never disappoint.
I got 3. They weren't even there at the game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they still come out on top.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh God, let's see who else is here. Sal's here. What's up, Sal?
Hey, Sal. Good morning or afternoon.
Snyder's here. Keep losing to get that number 1 draft pick.
We're going to get if we do anything, we'll get number 2 because Tennessee lost again. So
we need the Jets to win. Tennessee. We need Tennessee to win 2 games because we beat them, so they have to finish with 1 game more than us.
Yeah, because we had virtual tie.
Good luck.
We had a tiebreaker.
Let's see. Blue Kelly was a bright spot. Dude gets burned, but he's definitely only ball hawk out there. I will tell you this: during the game yesterday, when he caught that interception, I was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "But you still suck." It's like, he intercepted it, but he's still not that great.
He caught the interception, dude. If you can stay there, bounce out with a pick 6 because you had a clear shot to the end zone, but no, he went probably out of bounds.
If the Raiders sell their low draft pick, it means they don't plan on doing anything in the 2026 season. I don't know how to take that. I think that's what you want to see them do is to trade that pick out, fall back, get an extra pick in the first round next year, gain a second, another second this year, maybe even more. See, here's how I look at this. The higher the draft pick we have, meaning closer to number 1, the more we can get in return for it if we trade it away. Then also, what you're going to get for compensation for trading away your first round pick is going to be a lot better than what you're going to get if you finish with, like, say, the number 8 or 9 overall. You're going to be able to get more because some teams are going to want to move up to that number 2 because they've got a guy that they know is not going to make it past that number.
Mm.
They want a shot at that bona fide star that's going to. If there's a team out there that thinks that one player is going to push them over the edge, guess what? They're going to fucking
They're gonna
go
trade.
for it.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. They're
Yeah,
gonna like
and it's just a matter if we pull the trigger on it or not. We have to think long term so much, not short term, because trust me, no matter what we do this year, we're not going to come out and blow the doors off of other teams in the league and make it to the Super Bowl next year. We're still a long way away from that. We've got too many holes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
We've got too many free agents that we got to figure out what the hell we're doing with. All these guys on these 1-year contracts. So I don't envy the front office and the GM room there. Not at all, because they got a lot of work cut out for them.
They do.
It's work that they created, though, with these 1-year contracts. So they created it, but they got to be ready for it.
I think they saw some missing pieces.
What's up, Jason?
First year, Spite came in late. Hey, Jason, what's up? I think that they want to evaluate certain players and certain things and see, okay, does this fit? Does not fit? Now we need to get more players at that position, like, all these 1-year guys, prove it deals. And then hopefully next year they go out and get some free agents to fill that role for a couple of 3 years or whatever. So I think there's evaluating, because when we got the free agency, we were like doing nothing really except sign that dude Crapper. Other than that, we didn't do anything free agency, nothing. So this time was it with the leftovers, this okay. Yeah. Well, we'll get you 1-year deal, see can you play, and then that's what we stuck at.
What's up, we the people?
Hey, we people, what's up?
Yeah, rest in peace, Gord. I still can't get over that. I'm still like, what the fuck?
He was always in our chat, Gord Peterson. Man, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yep. I don't think any team ahead of us in the draft is a QB ready team, needy team. No, because who's ahead of? Oh, the Jets are
just one. So they're below us.
Because as of right now, it would be. I know the Saints too, but because we got the number 4.
The Saints need a quarterback. Just don't doubt about that.
Because right now, if the season were to end, it's Tennessee, New Orleans, Cleveland, and then us.
So we're number 4.
Yeah. And we need the Giants to win tonight. So that keeps us at the number 4 spot. So basically, we need the Giants, the Redskins, the Jets, and the Cardinals to keep winning. That's what we need.
Yeah. I mean, we
can at least hold on to the number 4 if that's the case.
We're still in the top 5, so it's not that bad.
What's
number
up,
one, number 2. Number 1, number 2 picks would be awesome, but we're still in the top 4. And it's a damn shame with 5 games left of the season. We're talking about draft selections. That's just crazy. But anyway, we're still up there. We're still up there high.
Just like 5 empty catches can block better than the O-line. If you notice the thumbnail, our offensive line in the thumbnail, we're all made out of cardboard and paper. So it's kind of it's like a paper mache offensive line for the most part. I can't wait to see 805 show on Wednesday when he actually does the film breakdown.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to see what he's got to say about Caleb Rogers for his time that he was out there. He wasn't out there a lot,
but he was
out. At least he got in the game.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. At least I was happy to see. Okay, he's out there. I'm not expecting greatness out of the first play, but I expect him to be out there. Let him get some dirt on his jersey. Let him, learn a little bit on the real game scenario.
Hey, Frank. Titans are going to trade their number 1 pick, in my opinion. I mean, they could. I mean, they've already got their quarterback. They got to do something to shore up that team if they have any aspirations to winning. The other guy I have on this list is Devin White. As far as like what we saw was a bright spot, What do you have any? Who else do you have?
So you have Genji, White, and who else you have?
No, well, Brock's a definite. I mean, sort of like
Oh,
they always tell you in fantasy, when they tell you, to start him and sit him, they're not going to sit there and tell you that you need to start um, Jonathan Taylor every week because that's a no brainer. In tight ends, you start Brock Bowers every week. That's a no brainer. You don't ever bench him, unless he's on a bye week.
yeah. So basically, I had Genji, Brock Bowers. I'm gonna say Max
Yeah,
because
he's one of them.
she actually showed up this game. He had 2 sacks, three tackle for losses. So I'm gonna say Max. I only had three, but I could go a fourth one, but I'll let you pick the fourth one.
No, we'll stick with the three. I mean, I like I said, so I have Genty, Brock, definitely Max is on there, Devin White. If you had to add one more, um, I mean, Jeremy Chin was a tackling
Jeremy
machine.
Chin was fucking hitting people. Excuse my
Yeah,
language.
he was a tackling machine out there. I mean, he had 8 tackles, 9 assists, so he had 17 total tackles out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's pretty active. Um, the one thing, and I know in our show Saturday night, we were talking about who we think is going to step up or could possibly be like maybe a dark horse X factor, and I had brought up Snowden. Um,
He played
this
well.
is the first game where it seemed like he was invisible. I didn't see 49 running all over the field
He had
like
a
a
couple. He had a
halfback.
couple of tackles. He had a couple of tackles, but
He had one.
considering no showed up a little bit was Kuntz. He
I
had
was
that one.
going to see him because
He
he
had
ended
that
up
one.
getting
He
a
had that
sack.
one sack. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like he was the impact that I thought he was going to be, basically.
Snowden.
So, so that's pretty much. I don't have anybody else on that list. I mean, like I said, it was a short list, but I mean that's what happens when you play a game like you did yesterday. Obviously there's no offensive lineman that's going to be on there. I give kudos to Caleb Rogers because at least he was able to get in the game, and like Will said on the show last night, it's like kudos to Greg Olson because he got the rookies in there.
Yes, he
Betch
did.
was a lot more active. Um, yeah, Caleb Rogers out there doing his thing. It was nice to see him out there on the field. So I made sure I looked up his number before I left the house, so I knew what number he was. So he was 76. So he's wearing old Steve Wisniewski's number out there.
Mm.
You know, so
But,
I just hope he does enough to where he can start again next week, and just hopefully it's something for him to build on. So it's just another positive thing for us going into next year because then we know, a better chance of what we've gotten with this kid. You know,
well, I say he's getting out there. He gets some real NFL experience. So if he plays again in the next game, he can look at his tape and see what he need to work on. So I was happy to see him out there. And a lot of rookies out there like yesterday, which I'm kind of okay, good. Although we
yeah,
lost, but okay, the season's over. You're not going to win out and go to the playoffs regardless. Go ahead and get your rookies out there, give them some game time experience, so you know what you have for next year's draft or in free agency. You know what you need to replace.
that's Rorschach. See, what sucks is that our team is hot garbage and that we are only here for a minute, but the impact we leave here on these Raider Nation platforms dictates whether we are good or bad. I just hope I do. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Rosha, you're right. Yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I forgot Chin's the one that put the hit on Herbert too. Um, what do you think about the? I thought this was the best non-play of the game. Was when Max Crosby just basically threw Herbert to the ground after he got up and started mouthing off to him.
That was
I'll
funny.
take that penalty all day long.
Exactly what I said. The moment it happened, I said, that's the Raiders of old. We don't take no shit from nobody. You can talk all your
Oh,
yeah, but you're gonna get pushed in the dirt. That's what I said. That's the Raiders of old. That's who the 15-yard penalty, yeah, so what? We'll take that. Because I tell you one thing, you're not gonna sit there and just like bully us. And that's what I want to see more of.
um,
So
what's up, Bones? Um, it was just funny because it's like, you know what? I was okay with that. It's like because that's what we need. We need we need him to do stuff like that, not on a regular basis, so we get 15 yarders all the time for unnecessary roughness. But it's the fact of just
it,
showing that grit, like the old,
it felt like the
like
70s,
yeah,
80s,
like we're just
80s
gonna
Raiders.
get up
They're
and
like, get out my
gonna
face.
punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, get
I
out my
mean,
face.
I think the only instant other than that one that I liked better was the day that Richard Seymour punched Roethlisberger in the face
Rossberg.
and knocked him down. That was great. That's still one of my favorites
Yeah,
right there.
that
I
that
absolutely
reminded me of
love that one.
an Alzado moment. Like, get the F out my face.
What's up, Willie Wayne? Hey, Willie, I was talking to Afakasi this morning. I heard the whole story. I love it. So, I guess they were doing a quick live with Rada Ben and D Menace was there. Or, no, Anthony Provisio was there. Nutty Nate was there,
Nadia.
and they said that they were going to Wingstop. So Willie Wayne heard they were going there, so he showed up and he was waiting in the parking lot with his wife, and then Afakasi started yelling at it, started yelling out, "Hey, look, there's a Raiders fan." This is from Afakasi telling me this, right? He starts screaming out Raiders, and then Ben I think yelled out Chargers suck. Guy gets out of the car, comes over, and they start talking. He goes, "I'm Willie Wayne." So they met Willie Wayne for the first time. So he showed me the picture of them all together. He goes, "It was really cool to meet him and his wife," and then they all came back with them to the hotel, and they just partied up at the hotel.
That
So
was nice.
and then make sure you guys go over to Raider Benz and watch the video. They got stuck in the elevator at the hotel. It is
What?
the most hilarious. Oh, dude, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. What's up, Raider Paul? No Mendoza. Get out of here.
Nah.
I think that was hilarious when he was telling me this story. The positive thing is that New England just a 3-game winner, and they're on top of the AFC. Yeah, they're the number 1 seed right now.
There they are, number one at the top in the playoffs.
Fucking sucks. I hate seeing them do good.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? No, I'm not.
Denver is, as the playoff stands
No, they're
today.
not.
I'm looking at the playoff picture right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Denver is, but if the Patriots win today, they jump back up.
Yeah, they jump back up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. They
after
did
the
say
win.
that last night after the
But
game.
guess who else in the playoffs? I was like, wow, they came out of nowhere. The Ravens.
Well, that's because that they're a benefit of a shitty ass division too.
Well, yeah,
No,
true.
nobody wants to win that one. It seems.
True. I agree. Yeah.
Let's see. That play was retired and shows you why we suck. Michael G. We're close to the number 1. Yeah.
We got
Chargers offense has been struggling coming into this game, in particular the O line. Let's see. Thornton Jr. Yeah, Thornton. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't think that kid. He's definitely not worth what I thought. He's not what I thought he was going to be, and I don't think he was what anybody else thought he was going to be either. Because he had people calling him like the next Megatron and shit.
Yeah, I never said
Like,
that. I didn't think that. There's there receivers that come in and then that's them, like Rice, Megatron, those guys. And no next guy, no next level.
Willie Wayne, my first time stuck in an elevator. I've gotten people out of stuck elevators, but I've never been stuck in one myself. Thank God.
Me neither. I'm claustrophobic, so I'll part panic. Yeah, I did play Vegas after the game. I watched the whole game, so I think I had 2 TVs set up. I didn't turn my game on until after the game.
Yeah, Richard Snyder, and it pisses me off too because I decided to sit him yesterday in my fantasy teams. Every single one of my teams, I have Jacoby on, and I sat him yesterday, and he fucking went off. I'm like, God damn it! I could, if I would have played him in 2 out of the ones I sat him in, I probably would have won.
Like, yeah. I said I was gonna play a game and watch the game, but actually I sat and watched the whole game, knowing that Greg Olson is gonna be the offensive coordinator to see if they look a little different. A couple of drives, they look pretty good. They flow with the drive and they did some things, but overall, you know what happened.
Not you, Jay. There were other people that were calling him that. I'm not. I didn't single you out. You singled yourself out now, brother. I didn't say your names. I just said other people.
I didn't say his name. I definitely didn't say that. Megatron, no.
um, so obviously we're going to get into who do we think hurt the team. Now, yes, what Max did kind of it hurt, kept that drive going, and they ultimately scored on it. But who hurt the team and who didn't show up? So we've got problem areas, obviously. Um, I think we all can agree on the biggest problem area of this team. I don't even have to say it, do I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Offensive line.
Really?
Yeah. It's the constant, and it's not like it's like, oh, they're good one game or they're not bad this game. They've just been bad all season.
All season.
We've never had a consistent 5 starters on the O line. It's always been somebody different. It's been jumbled up. I mean, Jesus Christ, you had Kappa playing center for a good chunk of the game yesterday. What are we doing? You know, so it's like it's constant pressures. Gino's getting his ass whooped in 2 games. He's gotten sacked 15 times. That's insane.
That's
I think
crazy.
he's on pace to be sacked like 60 something times this season. The breakdowns on that offensive line are everywhere, and you can't just say it's this guy. It's everybody.
It's a
They're
whole line.
all having. It's all 5
Yeah.
plus every single guy they bring out there. I'm sure Caleb Rogers had his issues, but again, he's a rookie.
But
I get it.
see, as you be the old line, man, you guys supposed to be cohesive. You guys supposed to work together as one. You can blame Glaze and get this guy, but you can blame Forsyth not this not you can blame that. But the old line got to be cohesive. They got to be on the right page, and it wasn't a lot of times they weren't on the same page. You got guys double teaming one guy, and another guy just come through free. So it wasn't no cohesiveness there. It was just like you said, like you call them, the Keystone Cops. So they know what they got to do next year. They got to build his offensive line correctly and play the most 99% of the season together, so they can know, what the right guard's doing, like it was left tackle doing. Like I'm the guard, right guard. I know what my right guard's doing. They need help, I can help him out, or I need help, he can help me out. They don't have that.
What's up, Accelerator? What's going on?
What's up, Seller?
I hate that Max apology. Yeah, I saw that too. He's over there
His
shaking. I
hand.
would have been fuck that shit. I ain't
Put his face.
shaking your hand.
I was out there and got enough penalty. Put his face back in the dirt. Like,
Hey, I got a question. Wasn't Herbert blonde? I thought. Well, much lighter hair. Why does it seem like he's dyed his hair?
he's in
I
California.
noticed it yesterday when he took his helmet off at one point. I'm like, what? Didn't he have lighter hair? What's with the dark ass hair?
Jeff, he's in LA, dude. He's in LA. He's in California. Gotta have that image. He probably dyed his hair.
Let's see. This draft has a weaker first round and stronger mid rounds. I am again hoping for trade back opportunities. Oh, I agree.
I agree. Total agree.
Should have done that last year too, and we didn't. Hey, you got your coffee today?
Sure do. Special blend.
This guy runs on Dunkin'.
This guy runs on special blend in a black cup.
Oh, I don't think anybody really does. It's not being stuck in small places is horrible.
I'm
when you're a big dude, you feel like you're never gonna get out. Trust me.
I'm claustrophobic, man. Shit, I hate taking MRIs. I panic. Like, get me out of this machine.
We broke shirt. Oh yeah, his hand was shot. His hand was a mess yesterday. You could tell. It definitely affected his playing ability and it was his non-throwing hand. Because when he came back out on the field and he went to hand the ball off, he's trying to hand the ball off with his right hand instead of his left hand as the running back's coming up the side. And I mentioned this last night on Jay's show. I said, those are the things that we needed to take advantage of on the defense, but we didn't. We already know that he can't hand the ball off this way. So it's going to be a chance of, plays being disrupted earlier, or it forced them to switch up. And now they started running off his left side. You already know he's coming from the left side. Why can't we do something to offset that? Like let's stack the box on that side and force them to go back to the other side.
Exactly.
And the chance that he's going to fuck up, because he just was not the same after his hand, but he still had still got the win, the bastard.
So check it out. Check out. So the first game played the Chargers. Khalil Mack was out. We heard him. Had advantage to win the game. Nope. This time Herbert was hurt. He still played. had a chance, could have did something with that. Dope didn't take advantage of that. But the one thing I will say is this: Jeremy Chin tackle. They should take that, take it to the film room, and show every Raider freaking player this how you tackle. Because there's a lot of missed tackles out there, a lot of arm tackles. I don't know if they're trying to swipe the ball or not, but there's a lot of missed tackles. So they said that video, and everybody sit there for 5 hours and to this is the way you tackle in professional football, because he tackled him and brought him down, wrapped him up. They don't wrap up the Raiders. I haven't seen anybody do a tackle like that in a while.
Yeah. Coach, obviously, I know you said you probably weren't going to watch the game, I think, the other night. He tackled Herbert after he'd already thrown the ball. And then Herbert, no, he bumped him.
Herbert was trying to run outside.
I forget exactly what it was, but when Herbert was walking back towards the huddle and Max was still there, he started mouthing something to Max Crosby. He was mouthing off to him. So Max just turned around and just gave him a wicked shove, and he just fell right on his ass.
Actually, Herbert said in an interview he wasn't yelling at Max. He was yelling down the field, like he was just yelling. And Max said,
"Yeah, but he was yelling in his face.
He was here. Max heard that. Yeah.
Thornton should have been a fifth, Betch a third or a fourth. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. They were both taken way too early.
Yeah.
Coach Herbert yelled in Max's ear, and Max shoved him. Yeah, pretty much.
He wasn't. He
Jack Kenna.
He was yelling at Max, but he was just yelling.
How come other teams' running backs run all over us? Yeah, exactly.
Tackling.
We can't stop anybody.
Tackling.
I just don't get how you have. And again, I hate bringing up the Patriots, but it's because of where I live, and it's all over the news around here and the sports talk shows. Is how good that offense is with two rookie offensive linemen and a rookie running back. So you got three guys out of your main offensive set that are rookies, and you got a running back that's already surpassed, or after tonight will definitely still stay ahead of Genty in his rushing yardage. You got two rookie offensive linemen, a left guard and a left tackle, and they're doing so damn well. And it's not like they're not running up their side. They're running right off of both of them. That's where Henderson's been getting most of his plays, is off the left side. Mm-hmm. It's like, how is it some teams can just have I think it comes to coaching, to be honest with you, because
it is coaching. Jeff, remember that they start season with that line, and they're still playing with the same line. That nothing changed. There's no mixing match. They start offensive line. Maybe one guy went down, but they start with the same offensive line, and they're still playing with that. You know, that's one thing we have. Our line changed so many times, and not even this year, but the past few years, they keep changing players instead of keeping that same line to build up cohesiveness. They keep changing it.
And we hate him just as much, Jason. I can't stand him. I hate Herbert. I really do. Oh, he did break his finger? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He did break fingers, yeah.
O-line has been bad since Josh McDaniels' first season, which in and of itself had more to do with Jacobs playing out of his mind. Yeah. Yes, we did.
Yeah, man.
I did.
Hope he did.
Chris went to Vegas.
Yeah, I had a good one.
Let's see. The mistakes and missed tackles played big part on both. By the way, Colin Farrell had two. Yeah, I saw that too. I was listening to it on the way home, and I was like, "You should be this son of a bitch that we had here," and then we let him. We got rid of him because he was bad. He was horrible, basically, and now he's putting up numbers all over the place again. It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm done watching until 2028. It'll be good by then.
Oh,
yeah. I don't even know. Probably Notre Dame's pretty rough, man. They look pretty good. Thought it was in his ear. It was pretty damn close to
that his ear. But he wasn't yelling at Max. He was just yelling and right by Max.
Yeah.
I said, get the hell out of here.
I feel Patrick Graham needs to be replaced. Yeah, I'm done with him now too.
Yeah.
Drake May's first year in that offense. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing too. You got a second-year quarterback that's playing with this offensive coordinator for the first time. 3 rookies playing with him, and he's having a career season. I mean, Jesus Christ. The refs miss a lot, man. Any of our games, they
Oh,
miss
they
shit
always
that's
hold
going
the line.
down again. Max gets held all the time. You
He
can
always
see it
get nailed.
in the replays, and it just never gets nailed for it. He is a tough kid, but he's still a dick. What's the deal playing Capper at center again? I don't know, Jack.
We don't
I
know,
asked
Jack.
myself that same question
I
watching the game.
I saw that. I said, "Why is he playing center?" Yeah, that's what happened.
So getting back to the problem areas, so everybody agrees that our offensive line. I think the other problem area is any receiver out there without the last name of Tucker. Granted, yeah, Betch had a better game yesterday than we've seen from him, but I think that was also with Olson being there. These other guys, man, they can't get separation.
Thornton.
They just can't. Thornton is just not good.
He's not there. He's not there. He's not that guy that I assumed that most nation did. Like he's that guy who's going to take us over the top. He can't get separation, and he's always covered. And he's supposed to be the speed guy, but I think Thornton's biggest problem is he's not strong enough. He is not strong
he ain't
enough.
gonna outmuscle anybody.
No, he's a linky kid.
His biceps are like the size of my 2 fingers. I mean, there ain't nothing.
He's linky. So the DBs they push him around.
He's built like a beanpole.
Get out the way, little boy. He's not strong enough. He has no grip on the ball. He can't fight for the ball. Because you see some receivers, they'll fight for that ball. As soon as they see the D-backs fighting him, he's like let it go. Like, dude, fight for the ball. He doesn't fight.
Our 2 top receivers Sunday were Bowers and Genty. So Bowers had 4 targets, 4 catches, never dropped the pass. Genty was 8 for 6 for 30 yards. Thornton, he had 2 targets, 1 catch. Betch was 3 targets, 2 catches, 22 yards. Long was a 16. Tucker was 3 for 3 for 20. And the only reason Tucker didn't have that good of a game is the fact that we weren't throwing that much to him.
No.
We only threw 3. Gino wasn't getting the chance to really get the ball to him. He got it to the guys that he needed to, and that's Genty because that's his safety valve,
right.
and Brock Bowers because Brock is just that guy. We saw what we want from Bowers again. If why we can't do that on a consistent basis, I don't get it.
O-line.
I mean, 2 of those passes, he was completely wide open. There wasn't a goddamn soul around him. And he does exactly what I suggested Saturday night is just give him the pass in the short field, and he'll turn it into a 10 or 15-yard gain. And what did he do? He did exactly that.
That 6-yard slant turns to a 15-yard gain. That's what we need to do. Short passes, get the ball to your hand quick. What did Gino do? Hold the ball. Hold the ball. Dude, offensive line sucks. They can't block for crap. Stop holding the ball. Short plays. Just don't let the playmakers make the plays. And Brock Bowers did that a couple of times.
I mean, that touchdown catch he had that's probably in my book right now. That's the greatest TD catch I've ever seen. I mean, that was amazing catch. I mean, that just shows you how talented that fucking kid is.
I thought it was going to be pass. Gino threw a pass in the red zone, but no, the referees went touchdown. Like, what? Let's see that again.
Yeah, that was amazing catch. What do you think about the games missing gambling bets like Cleveland missing 1 yard? Oh, I didn't know about that. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some shaky shit going on in the NFL with that shit. I mean, it took them a while, but they caught the NBA shit. I guarantee there's already investigations going into the football, into the NFL.
Yeah,
something's gonna come down. And I'm willing to bet a lot of it might have to do with the refs too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why they fought those refs from a couple years ago or last year from Kansas City, because they probably had bets on the game.
I'll give him time, but the kid's got to hit the fucking weight room. Deuce Gruden's got to fucking beef that fucker up.
You need some more grits and potatoes.
Start adding some weight to that bench press bar instead of just bench pressing the 45-pound bar.
He need to come to my house. I'll fatten him up. Said he died of grits and potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack Gord Peterson passed away back in August. Raider Ben was notified yesterday by his wife.
Yeah, we didn't know that. That's why we
So
didn't see him in a while.
I only found out a couple hours ago. Afakasi was talking to me this morning and told me about it. So just to let everybody know, we mentioned that at the start after Robert Pena brought it up. I forgot all about it. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it is. Miss Gord. He's always in a chat.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, this catch. That's one of the catches of the year.
Yeah, that catch was definitely a catch of the catch of the century.
That was awesome.
Somebody's got to do some ridiculous shit to surpass that one. I mean, they got to catch it while they're upside down on their head.
Yeah, that pass that surpassed the Odell Beckham catch. This was on the ground, damn near, and he scooped it up. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think it's scripted too. It's right out of the WWE, basically, just scripting this shit. Yeah, and I do too, Bones. I want to see Caleb Rogers out there more, and I want to see Grant out there too. At this point,
Yeah.
what do you got to lose?
Nothing.
Gino can't get banged up any more than what he is already. I mean,
Yeah,
what the
you
hell?
bang on some more, you can put Pickett or AOC out there. I don't care. Either one of those.
As long as I don't care, as long as Genty doesn't get hurt, that's the biggest thing. I just don't want to see that kid get hurt. Because if he gets hurt, he's just an innocent bystander in all this. Because Gino is what he is. Genty, we see what we're gonna possibly have with him if we give him a decent, O line up in front. I feel like Thornton should be running Antonio Brown routes like crosses and yeah.
He can, but you got to catch the ball.
What's up, Bishop?
Hey, Bishop. He can, but he has to catch the ball. Oh, okay.
That would be why Jack. He never responded, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we just found today myself. Yeah, Berkwood. It was good, but it wasn't better than Brock because
Brock Bowers is still way better.
Way better. I don't care. It was a nice catch, but
hi, Jason.
That was badass.
I've seen enough of Tyree Wilson. Yeah, that too. You sent it to me on my phone, Jack. I can't.
They should hire me for a 2026 draft. Why, Richard? Who you got in mind to draft?
Oh, 805. I started having concerns with Thornton the first preseason game. I showed his struggles with route running throughout the preseason. He also struggles with spacing within route combinations. Not good. No, and he hasn't gotten any better since then either.
No,
I mean,
and
he's got hands of stones. I mean, the other night we went through his targets versus actual catches and his percentage. He's got a ridiculous amount of targets, but not as many catches. It's crazy how much he drops too.
He'll make one catch and we all celebrate. Yeah, but then that one catch, you drop him 5 more balls. So that's no.
Since we're eliminated from playoffs, who are the best O-line? Like, are you talking about best O-line in the draft, or because there's a bunch of free agents that are going to be available after this season O-line? That if we're going to sink money, I want to sink money into those for goddamn sure.
Well, you see what Chicago Bears did, see where they're at.
That's all it took. They took 2 from the Chiefs, brought them over. They already had their quarterback. They brought Swift in. They bring in the 2. They bring in basically rebuild that offensive line. That's what a rookie head coach now doing this offensive minded rookie head coach, and look at them now. They're rocking and rolling. They remind me of the Redskins when they got Jaden Daniels, his rookie season, how they just turned that shit around. They look like crap this year, but again, Jaden Daniels has been out most of the season with issues. Stack O-line and secondary if we can't grab a QB. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of offensive linemen coming out in this draft too. Decent
Linebacker
ones.
too. And
I just don't. I don't see this as a strong quarterback draft. I don't like any of them.
I say we get
none that I want to hand the reins over to anyway. Not first year. Hell no.
But they weren't going to do it anyway. As long as Pete Carroll's there, the reins going to belong to Geno Smith, regardless if we draft a quarterback at number 4, which I think would be not too good. But it's going to be Geno Smith moving forward as long as Pete Carroll's there.
Yeah. Any Eagle offensive line players coming up for free agency? I don't know, but the one where we should have gotten would have been Mekhi Becton last year. We fucked that one up. Tyler Linderbaum, like your life depends on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't draft a true center. If they're going to draft any O-line, draft a true center.
We have to get someone else to play QB. If Pete Carroll's here next year, I think he's stuck with Geno Smith. You're not going to see anything. We're not going to be able to get anybody in free agency. If you're going to want to bring in a quarterback, we're going to have to trade for one because the free agent pool for quarterback is absolutely horrible.
Horrid.
I ran through the list the other night,
and
it was bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs in 2026. Yeah. Jake Slaughter, center from Florida, going to be a top second round of pure center. See, now that I don't mind how that's what I want to do. I'm not. I've been saying this for the last few weeks, but every time I always reiterate after I say that, I'm not saying to spend that first round pick on it. Second, third, and beyond. If we pull off the best center that comes out of this draft, I'm fine with that too. I want somebody that's a pure center, which means they played it their entire college career. And that's what we're going to draft him as. Not a guy that played it for 1 year, his senior year. We draft him as a guard, then we convert him to center.
I watched that Florida game. Slaughter is a beast and animal. He just takes linemen out the box. Nose tackles, he's taking them out the box. Like you said, if he's there in second round, we got picking second round. I say grab, get a true center. Now they transplant from guard to center. One that played most of the college career, high school, even Pop Warner, whatever. That played at center. None of this, we'll give you a center. No, like Copper, what the hell? Well, then the announcer said he played center a few times before. I said, who cares? He wasn't a true center.
And penalties hurt us. We only had 4 penalties, but they were at the wrong time. That's somebody will look at it and go, we only had 4 penalties. Yeah, but it's the time of those penalties. Like, as much as I like the play that Max did, not the play, but what Max did to Herbert, it still hurt us.
Yeah.
Because it's a personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct. It moves them 15 yards. They get the first down. They already had the first down. Now they get extra yardage because they just made that long-ass pass. And what happens? They score, and now they move further ahead from us. And now we're in a bigger hole to try and come back. And we're not a team that's built to – we can't come back from big point differentials. We're not built like that. We don't have that quick strike ability.
We came to score enough to get a lead, basically. You're talking about. But like I said, I give them kudos to the red zone offensive line yesterday. They did have some red zone offensive plays that, okay, now we're doing something.
For preseason to really show what he would look like. Once I saw preseason, I was wondering what the hype was all about. Yeah, he's still talking about something. We had dice roll QB to make a serious bid to start as underdog, like Russell Wilson, paper from Vanderbilt. First round, best player available. We can build an O-line in rounds 2, 3, 5.
Yeah.
Monday morning, and the Raiders still ass cheeks. Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome in.
Hey,
Money Chuck's announced. What's up, Money Chuck? What is it?
We got 5 games. We got 5 games left, so the Monday morning quarterback show probably could be the same next Monday. So,
yeah. Money Chuck, what is there not to like about Fernando Mendoza, Jeff? He's 6'4", doesn't turn the ball over, makes every throw, high football IQ, can run, and reads defenses like a champ. For one, I still think we need to address the offensive line before we even think about bringing in a rookie quarterback. 2, we don't even know who the OC is going to be next year. We don't even know if Pete Carroll's going to be here. So Is he a right fit for this regime? Maybe, we don't know. What's he going to be a fit for? Whoever, if Pete Carroll's not here, that could change everything. Because if we bring in a guy that's not the right fit to build with a rookie quarterback of his caliber or the offensive scheme they're going to run, that's the big thing right now. So trying to decide what rookie quarterback we want to look at, that point right now I think is moot, because right now Olson's our interim OC. I doubt if Pete Carroll stays on that he's going to promote him to permanent OC. We're going to bring in someone else, and then what type of system are they going to want to install? You know, I think that has a lot to do with it. So to jump and say, we need this quarterback, we need that quarterback, we honestly can't answer that until we know what's going to be instilled for an offensive system next year. That's how I look at it. I just don't think making a first round pick on a quarterback is the right choice this year. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I didn't see it last year, and I still don't see it this year. I didn't even want Genti because I knew this was going to happen with the offensive line. And that first preseason game sealed everything I needed to see, because I knew it wasn't going to be good the rest of the season. And guess what? It hasn't been good all goddamn season. And I'll stand by that till the day I die. I called that one, and I'll take that to the grave with me. Couldn't beat a women's Canadian football team. We beat your mom. Let's see. Meredith should have been kept, but not at center.
Yeah, he can keep him as the backup role player.
Remember, if you drafted based on need, you're more likely to reach.
But a starting center, no, Meredith should not be there as a starting center. He can be as a backup, but no.
Oh, I don't see us winning another game either, Bishop. I even said that after the bye week. I didn't think we were going to win a game. I thought Cleveland was going to be the closest we could come to winning.
I said they wasn't.
Man, did they beat us.
I knew it wasn't.
Myles Garrett and that defensive front had a field day.
Yeah, I told you that. I said, no, we're not beating Cleveland.
805. I blame the beat writers hyping these guys up and setting expectations. Most of them don't even understand the game enough to evaluate talent or fully understand what they're seeing. Not wrong there. That push looked weak, though. Herbert put on a LeBron. Oh, he definitely flip-floppy. Mendoza's 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5". So he's
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how big you are, but if the offensive line can't block for your ass, you can't do nothing.
If you draft a QB at top of
you could be 7'5". You could be 7'5", and the offensive line can't block. You can't do shit. So
I get that. Issue with Mendoza is that he's just slightly better than Curtis Rock, who went in the back end of the draft. Why not build O-line in free agency like the Bears did? This thing about having to have an O-line set before you get a franchise QB, I simply don't agree with. And that's why some quarterbacks don't make it, because look, it's a miracle that Genti's confidence hasn't been crushed already. With the inability to run like he's really meant and built to run. Again, there's no guarantee we're going to be able to bring these guys in free agency, to be honest with you. And who in their right mind wants to come play for this team, especially if Pete Carroll's here and they saw what this year went through and the inability of fixing the O-line? Who's going to want to come here? We're going to have to shell. I mean, it's going to have to be guaranteed type money, like signing bonuses and shit, which comes out of Mark Davis's pocket, not out of the team's salary cap. But we're going to have to spend so much money in those free agents, and they're not going to want to come here. You especially these older guys that, like, say they're in their late 20s or very early 30s, who are still really, really good offensive linemen. They're looking to go to a team where they got a chance to win a championship. They know we're a few years away from that, if even going to be that. Trying to get some free agents here is not easy, man. It is just not the easiest thing. Anybody in their right mind that's not a fan of the Raiders, because if I ask any Raider fan, would you play for this team? They'd be like, oh, yeah, I would say it too. I'd say, hell yeah, I would. But if you're a football player and you're not a fan of the Raiders, would you go and play for this team right now?
I would do it for the money. That's it.
Well, you better be good enough to get the money.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
was saying
problem.
that's the
You're
only
going to come
thought.
in and sign the league
You
veteran
want
minimum.
you want me here? Oh, I know we're not going anywhere. I'm not going to ever get that Super Bowl ring team I want right now. But if you pay more money, I'll come.
Yeah.
Because there's some guards in the offensive line that play for other teams that they're not moving forward. But the only way to lead this team is you pay more money than they are right now because we're not going anywhere. You guys are not either. But give me the big contract, I'll come. But who's to say when they do come, they're gonna play their hardest. They just want a paycheck. And that's the way you don't build a team by paychecks like that. Well, I'm just here to make the money. I don't care if we win or lose. You don't want
Yeah.
guys like that.
Money Chuck, go back and look at Chicago the year prior when they drafted Caleb Williams. They had a horrible offensive line. That kid got his ass whooped. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they with a new now you fire your coach, you have a rookie head coach come in that's an offensive minded guy. They see what they're building there. So yes, the free agents went there. They grabbed two from Kansas City. So yeah, they built the offensive line after they had the quarterback. That's a different situation. You're talking about bringing in a rookie quarterback and then building the offensive line at the same time. They already had the quarterback by the fact that the previous regime drafted him, but they didn't do anything to help him. They didn't give him the help with the running game. The offensive line was absolutely god awful. I mean, our offensive line now is still way worse than what Chicago's was at that time. But again, you got a younger coach in there like that they saw the success he had in Detroit. So yeah, some guys probably easily thought about going to Chicago because the money was right and they could see the vision based on who the coach is. Right now, what type of vision does Pete Carroll have? I don't even know his own vision. Like, what's he even seeing in front of him right now? I still think this game has passed him by. I think he's done. Raiders need a really good offensive line player. Really, Miller and JPJ should be back in the. Yeah, I expect them to be back full strength. That's why I don't want them to come back and play this year, even if they have the chance to play. I need them for next year. Well, at least my Dodgers and Lakers, whatever. Sports rights in general, but yeah. Oh, look at the questions these guys ask at the Raider presses. They're horrible. The softball ass questions. We're just probably going to peep free agent. We better be in free agency. It's the only place we're going to get it. You build the O-line through the draft and free agency together. We need to see more of Caleb and need to see Grant on the field also. Biggest thing we also need is an O-line coach. Yeah, that I agree with 100%. I'm not saying don't build the O-line, but not taking franchise players with high draft. Do you honestly think he's a franchise player, though? See, I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. Raiders need to start an O-line and draft and free agency. Yep. The true test this week, Mendoza versus Ohio State. Yeah, there you go. He blows teams up and throws money at guys he likes. That's what Brady does. I mean, that's what Brady does. You talking Tom Brady? This is his first. Never mind. Hey, how do you say that's what he does? This is the first time he's been doing this as a partial owner. It's not like he's got a history of it. I'm looking at the Bears now. The Bears are doing great, man.
No, but what he's saying is that Brady will go to the team when he's a quarterback and tell the team, hey, I need this player and have to throw money at him. So maybe he could be talking about that. I see what he's saying, but him doing it himself now, he can't throw money he don't have.
What? I
No,
totally
I'm
don't
saying
know. I don't follow a single word you just said.
I'm saying though, I see what he's saying. Brady does that. So he goes to Tampa Bay, he tells Tampa Bay to bring in these guys, and they say pay him, we'll win Super Bowl. So he probably talking about that maybe. But as he can't do anything, he didn't do anything last year because he wasn't the owner. And he doesn't control the money when he goes to the teams. So like Brady goes to the team. Brady said, you want to win Super Bowl? Go get Gronk. Go get these players. Pay him the money. That was successful then. Do you see what I'm saying? The point I'm making? Well, guy was saying that Brady throws money around. No, he can't throw money around. He's just an owner now. But then he tells GM when he's on a team to throw the money around.
He did that one time.
Yeah, I'm saying
He didn't do that in New England. He didn't sway anything in New England.
Well, I'm saying
No,
they
with Bill
could.
Belichick.
Well, he could reference. He could be
He did
referencing
it in
that.
Tampa. That was the one time he did it.
Yeah, I'm saying he referencing that. That's the only time he could do it. He did it. If he did do
That
it that
doesn't
way,
count. He's a player, so
but
he's giving
now,
suggestions.
but but they pick pretty up. They can take to the owner. You can tell the ownership, GM, say you want to win champion. You want championship. Pay this guy the money. Then we can win. Forget it. I'm done.
I don't get it.
No, I was outside and I heard when you saying that Brady throw money around. I didn't see it. I didn't see the response to chat. I was outside. Brady throws money around. He always does that. Well, only way he could have done that is that being a player for Tampa Bay. That's it. That one time.
Oh, and I agree, Money Chuck, because that's exactly who I wanted. I wanted Becton big time. And we didn't even throw a hat in the ring for that one, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't even attempt it. We just watched him fly right by Vegas on his way out to LA to be with the Chargers.
Good fly over.
We didn't even throw up a flag for the plane to land and like, hey, come talk to us for a minute. You know,
That would have
what
bacon
the
too.
fuck, man. We blew it in free agency last year. Pete Carroll, in his infinite wisdom, brought in Kappa, thinking that it's great pickup, awesome job. And then brings
The
him
worst
site.
ranked or worst rated freaking offensive line of the year before. Yeah, great job.
Oh, you're talking about okay. All right. Now I get it. You're talking about his other teams. All right. I'm thinking
Okay.
I'm thinking football only. I forgot he owns other teams too.
Who else he
All
on?
right. I'll give you that one then.
Who else he on? A soccer team?
Yeah, some lame ass soccer team out in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah, well, he kind of did with Rob McElroy, McElhaney, and
oh wow.
Oh my God, I can't think of his damn name now. Ryan Reynolds with the Wrexham team. It's a good document. It's a good show if you guys have FX. Make
That's
sure
a
you
good
watch
show.
it.
That's a good show. That show's good. Oh yeah, he did what everybody just had money. I'm with a soccer team.
He throws his opinion around. If Mendoza beats Ohio, then Raiders should draft Mendoza and stack O-line. I think a lot of people wanted Becton.
I did, definitely. True.
Yeah, too many linemen that are light in the ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they see just like Jason said, not enough junk in the trunk. too many lightweights at offensive line. It's actually just ridiculous.
I'll tell you one thing. They should go ahead and change their diet plan with get Gruden out of there. Said tonight's on menu is meat and grits and potatoes.
They need to spend time with some fat bodies that know how to eat.
Exactly.
We're still in the problem areas, and we haven't really gotten off of that yet.
They need to go start eating some soul food restaurants, man. Build that junk in the trunk. That's what you do.
The other problem areas I came up with was the defense. The defense was playing okay, good early, but then we kind of just collapsed as usual. And then I think the biggest one, in all honesty, is just the overall discipline. You know, you just see that there's number one, there's no sense of urgency. At least I don't see it on this team. There's no discipline. It's just like a bunch of 11 guys out there kind of, we'll do what we want to do. Like there's no continuity anywhere. You know, whether it be on offense or defense, you know, special teams is still an issue. Granted, Carlson hit both of his extra points, didn't miss a kick.
Wow. Oh, that was amazing.
Amazing.
It was the main thing in the defense was a tackling. They like just miss a lot of tackles. You know, guys running by and they arm tackling. There's only one good tackle again. That was that chin.
Yep.
Tackle on Herbert. But I was like, they do this running. Tackle him. Hit him in the legs. Tackle him. You know, you can't tackle a running back high too much and they run him full power. You gotta hit him his leg, take his legs out on him. They didn't do none of that. They was like reaching. And they try to strip the ball, but they were reaching. They weren't even tackling.
Yeah. No, Matthew Stafford used us for his own negotiations. There's no two ways about
Oh no, he
that. I
wasn't
mean,
coming
he catfished us on that one big time.
here. He wasn't coming here.
Kaelon Rutledge is in this draft as my JPJ clone. Yeah, we do need a whole, like Pig said earlier, we need a whole offensive line full of JPJs. His mentality, his
It's
fierceness,
awesome.
that's what you need. That you need
That's
that
that's what I like
big
about
time.
him. He doesn't give up on plays. He keep blocking. And our blocks, they're blocked like, okay, I'm done my job, and then that's it. Like
He owns like 4 other teams. I don't even
doesn't
know that. I knew this. I knew about. I remember the soccer one because I remember one of the episodes on Wrexham. He was out there talking with those two. So I don't know if it's in the same league as them, but he's like a few towns or cities away from where their team is.
well,
Um,
European soccer leagues, a lot of teams out there, so I wouldn't doubt it.
oh, they're fucking everywhere out there.
Yeah. Where's the team?
Move on to this one. So Greg Olson's first game as an OC. So we'll talk a little bit about this. Do you think anything looked different yesterday?
2 drives. It was a nice flowing drive. He mixed the plays up, a little bit of run, a little bit of catching, a little outside passing. It looked a little different, but Greg Olson, excuse me,
No.
Greg Olson was there. He saw what went down. He knew the offensive line wasn't that good, so it looked like he was trying to create plays. So he had to pin the offensive line to block for 3 seconds. But Gino just held the ball too long. But it looked a little different. It was the same basic plays that Mr. What's his name? Chip Kelly was. Now he's bitching about it. Ran, but it looked a little different. I was happy that he actually put Rogers in there. I was happy about that. He made some plays up, but in that, same old, same old.
I think it looked like we were talking last night, and Jay from Just Raiders Baby, he said that he saw he would take like basically it was like a 10% in difference, and I agree with him because I
Yeah.
did see shades of a little bit different playing on the field. Um, you got other players more involved. Like Betch had more than just one throw to him, so he had the chance to, the ability to have another impact on this. Caleb Rogers actually out there playing. Now we were without Michael Mayer. I saw Runyon out there a lot. Ian Thomas was in and out there, but I saw Runyon a lot out there on the field.
Mhm.
Um, Brock was heavily involved and might not seem it because he only had 4 catches, but those were 4 huge catches.
Big catches. Two of them great.
Two of them for touchdowns.
Yeah.
It just I saw a difference. Did I see a difference in the offensive line? No, not really. Not from what I could see at the moment when I was watching it. Because you can remember, I'm in a different setting when I'm watching the games with my chapter crew because I'm at a bar. There's the TVs are wherever they're at. You can't really hear it that well, but we have the sound, but it's so loud in there to begin with. If I'm home, I'm paying more attention to individuals. Like I was trying to pinpoint and watch for 76 when he was out there, and I'd have to go back and watch the game again, and I just didn't have time last night or this morning.
What I saw in the game was that Osa was trying to spread the ball around 2 different players. Like you said, Best was involved. He was trying to spread around to get different players because we know what Brock Bowers can do. We know what he's capable of doing. He was trying to spread the ball around, and have a different flow of the game. And he tried his best to create that situation, but we all know what happened. He knew what was going to happen. He knew the O line wasn't that good, so it looked different. But no, we can't do shit with Gino sitting back in the pocket holding the ball like he always does. Like throw the ball away. If you got pressure, you throw the ball away.
And like Jay said, his 10% improvement, which I agree. I think I saw. I agree with him that I think it happened yesterday. Um, and it didn't look as sloppy out there
Yeah, I
on the
agree.
offensive side. Defense, I don't know what the hell was going on with them yesterday.
They're tired.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
they just the defense didn't look the same in my opinion.
the Chargers
Um,
had the ball. They didn't had the first quarter, so yeah, they were tired.
yeah, but well, it was a 9-minute drive they had at one point.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but
yeah.
yeah, on the offensive side, it didn't seem as sloppy.
No,
Except for the sacks. I mean, Jesus Christ, he still got his ass whooped. I know there was some future plays available. The team knew in the huddle that if this play works, next play is going to be one of those plays. Hence, we lining up and snapping the ball with 10 seconds. Yeah, that play clock was scaring me. It was.
they called timeout.
It's just horrible clock management. But I think a lot of that has to do with Gino too. Sometimes, I mean, you're the field general out there. It's up to you to make sure that you're getting everything up and running and ready to go. You sent me the link for AP. Okay, our starting offensive tackle out, Johnson out, no Laki Tasi, but we got to improve the O line. Is horrible. It's hard. It is. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
the thing is, there's no way to improve it this season.
yeah.
The only
You
way it's
should
going to
know.
improve is putting the rookies out there. Maybe they're better than what we expected
Let
and
'em-
better than what we've been using. Other than that, there's no other answer for this O line woes this season. We have to go with what we have on the roster. And the only two people that are on this roster that we haven't seen out there is
Grant.
Rogers and Grant. Then you still have Wagner in there somewhere too. I mean, you want to talk about a big body, get his ass out there too. Just tell him, block him. That's it. Just get his big ass out there.
Yeah, you put Lucky Toxin and Rogers on one side, and that's a wall right there, a big wall.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what it was. 805 is the fact that you had, Olson calling the plays this time. I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that Chip Kelly's not there anymore. There's that sense of relief. Like the players can be a little bit more relaxed now because it's not Chip Kelly and his stiffness around them that just keeps everybody tense. So I think maybe they were a little bit more relaxed
Mm-hmm.
going into this game. So that reflects on the field, which I think is what we saw was a reflection of Chip Kelly not being there. And with now Olson in charge, so I think that was the difference. And I agree that, when there was a coaching change, I mean, look what happened with AP. When we switched from McDaniels to AP in the middle of the season, what happened? The
And
players
Getsy,
wanted to play for him. They
and
hated
Getsy, and
McDaniels.
we got rid of Getsy. The play was a little better. I mean, we didn't win the games, a lot of games, but
Yeah, but more so with I
yeah,
mean,
it got
well,
better.
I think a lot of that was who took over, putting players in their prospective spots where they should
Right.
have been,
Mm-hmm.
that season, meaning, benching Minshew, putting AOC 12 out there till he got hurt, making these subtle changes like that. One of the biggest changes this week was the fact of getting um, Caleb Rogers out there, which I think the entire fan base was excited for because
I
it's like we've
was,
all been waiting to see what this kid's got,
I
you
was.
know?
I would. I'd say we probably lose the game, but at least he's out there learning and then doing something. Not, I can see film breakdown. Wait for 805 to do that film breakdown to see how well he did. But at least he was out there.
Yeah, we'll go back to normal against the Broncos. The Broncos are going to fucking thrash us, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but. Oops, where are we going here? I took a lot of crap for wanting to tank the last two seasons. I'm glad we got Bowers. However, my question is, who really wants us to win another meaningless game again this year? Oh, I agree. It's not even the fact that it's a meaningless game. It's just the fact that
That
we're
we're not
just
going to
not good
win.
enough. We're not good enough to win, period.
No, next 5 games are going to be
I don't expect
Philadelphia.
us to win. And that's
Well,
not how it should be as a Raider fan or a fan
next
of any professional team.
the
When your
next
team is that bad and you admit that your team is that bad, you know the team is that bad. We are not a good football
the
team
next
at
five
all.
games, the next 5 games is going to be horrible for us. We're playing some good defense in that Texans, Denver, Philadelphia, and Chiefs.
KC
And Chiefs.
and the Giants.
Well, let me finish. And the Chiefs is when we in desperation mode because they have to win and try to get in the playoffs. So we're not going to win those 4 games. No. Giants, slim chance, but maybe we can pull it up. But why? But Chiefs, those games, we're not going to win those games. Not even the closest.
Well, plus changing the playbook completely in the middle of a season isn't an easy feat either, unless you make it super simple.
That's the same playbook. He probably
Yeah.
going to do.
Well, they already said it's going to be the same playbook. It
But they
just,
can't
I
change the
think
middle
it
season.
might be a little bit more, maybe some basic plays and not some of this Chip Kelly bullshit.
They just want to call different plays, different situations. We're the same playbook, but different plays.
The draft capital is more important than winning.
Well, now it is.
Now it is, yeah, especially this close to the end of the season. Do you see Max asking for a trade? No, I don't think you're going to see, because Max isn't that type of guy. I don't think you're going to see him asking for a trade. I want to trade him. Get whatever the fuck we can get for him. I wanted to do it before the draft last year. He ain't doing us any good being here. What's the difference? We're not winning with him. We can win as many games without him, to be honest with you. So what's the difference?
But we done before in the past. Some games when we won. So
fans get married to a player where they just love the player so much. We can't let him go. But I'm sorry, but you got to think of the team first, not the individual player.
Well, Max is a cash.
Players come and go. Go ahead.
Max is a cash cow for the Raiders because Max is the face of the Raiders. Mark Davis not going to lose that cash cow because he does bring the people in.
How's he a cash cow?
Okay, he does bring the fans in because they've all seen Max. He does sell jerseys. Like I got one on right now. I'm just saying though, he's a face of the Raiders. If Mark Davis say trade Max Crosby, he can be a lot of pissed off. Not all of us will be pissed off, but be a lot of pissed off Raider fans, like you said, who are married to Max Crosby. So, like I said, that's what I say is a cash cow. I mean, not making the money, but he brings in the fans who want to see Max Crosby. Because I went to the stadium, his face was plastered every goddamn where, on video screens, on billboards. So he's like bringing in the crowd for the Raiders. He's that face.
So you're saying we should continue to build around a defensive end that's been
not saying
no. You talk. You're gonna let me have my time now because you just said something that kind of struck.
Words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. Then go ahead. Talk.
Huh?
Don't put words into my mouth. Go ahead and talk.
Well, you don't want to get rid of him, is what you're saying. Basically, you're saying that he's the one that's bringing in the money, bringing in the fans. If he's supposedly bringing in the fans, what?
I'm not saying that.
You just said he's bringing in the fans.
I'm not saying I don't want to get rid of Max. I didn't say I don't want to get Max Crosby.
I did not bringing in the fans.
Wait a minute. I said I didn't say I didn't want to get rid of Max Crosby. I said Mark Davis will not want to get rid of Max Crosby. I'm not saying I don't. I said trade him at that time. Detroit wanted to trade for him.
I'm just going by what you said. The words you used were it's the cash cow, which I get because he is a draw. But if you're thinking that Mark Davis isn't going to get rid of him because he's bringing fans in or he's drawing the fans to the games, then where are they every Sunday? And I'm not saying you're saying this. I'm just saying in general, if people are saying this and that's their mentality, then where are the Raider fans in the stadium on Sundays? Where are they? If he's supposedly drawing this crowd in, where are they? When we go to a game against, say, the Cowboys, and it's 60% Cowboys fans, where's all those Raider fans that he's supposed to be drawing in as this highlight for the Raiders, being the face of Raider Nation?
Well, he is technically the face
I don't
of
hate
Raider
the
Nation.
guy. I don't want people coming off with this narrative that I hate Max. I don't hate Max. I like Max. Max is a great player for this team. But he's not what we thought he was, basically. He's not this. He's nowhere near Myles Garrett. I'm sorry. He's nowhere near TJ Watt. He's his own type of person. He's his own type of player. He does not have an impact on a game like those guys do. What Myles Garrett did last Sunday, that's a guy that takes over a game. When has Max done that?
I'm not arguing with you about that. I totally
know that. I'm just making a statement.
I'm just saying, though. I'm saying as Mark.
But you put the words out there. I'm just disputing the words.
I'm saying Mark, that's businessman. He said, well, like I said, Go to Legion Stadium. His face is every fucking where. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
go
that
there
doesn't
and
do
see
me
it.
no good. What do I care?
Jeffy not missing the point I'm saying.
Yeah, but why
Mark
are you
Davis
saying it?
probably,
You're saying it. I'm just
oh my
disputing what
God.
I'm just
Listen,
disputing what
listen what
you're
I'm saying
saying.
to you. Listen what I'm saying to you. Mark Davis probably not going to want to. I'm not saying he won't. I'm saying he's probably not going to want to. I said the first part of my statement. He's not probably going to get mad because his face is every place. He's a face of the Red Nation. He brings in the crowds. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying personally, you should trade Max last year when Detroit asked for him when Henderson went down. Should get rid of him, got the draft capital, got some things. Max Crosby is not the player that we thought he was what he used to be back in his younger days. He's getting hurt so much. He shouldn't be, but he is. He is. He's on all the billboards. He's in the commercial. The screens they show up there. He's in there talking. Blah blah blah. It's not Geno Smith. It's nobody else but him. He's the only
And
face
that's
you see in the
bullshit.
rotation.
That's the problem.
Well, yeah,
That's
that's
the,
not.
that's
I
the
didn't grade that.
problem.
I
That's the
didn't grade
problem
that.
with this fucking team.
I
Is
didn't
you
grade
got a
that.
guy like him that's the focal point of everything. You're a defensive end.
I
Okay.
agree.
You want to know who should be the focal point of this goddamn team right now as we speak?
Quarterback. The quarterback.
No. As we speak. You think Geno Smith should be the face of this team?
No,
Absolutely not.
fuck not.
Everybody fucking hates the guy. You know who should
No.
be the face of this team? Should
Who?
be two faces plastered everywhere when it comes to Raider Nation. And that's Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty and nobody else.
Oh, I totally agree with that. Because
They are the two most dynamic players on this team, the two that are going to propel this team to the future if we get the right players around them. Max is not that guy. I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
I don't hate Max, but I am all for getting what we can for him. And I'm sorry I'm ignoring the chat right now because I'm just so fired up over this because I'm sick and tired of everybody sticking up for Max. And I'm not saying you're sticking up for him, Chris. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But I'm sick and tired of everybody being so in love with this guy. What has he done that's pushed us to the limits to make us such a great? When has our defense ever been superstar status, like this awesome defense? We've had shades of it here and there, but it wasn't always him.
No.
There's other people helping out too. Everybody's just, it's Max. There's 10 other guys out there. And the other 10 guys aren't that great. You know, but everybody's still so enamored or just infatuated with Max Crosby. I'm sick of it, to be honest with you. I've had it with that shit. It's like you want to have a successful team, put the right guys in the limelight. Yes, I know Max has been here for a long time. He came from a lower level school and he's excelled. He was a late round draft pick, and he's better than what anybody thought he was going to be coming out of college. I get that, you know, but he can't dominate a game like some of these other guys can. Miles Garrett can totally dismantle another team.
Yeah, okay.
He had a hard time this weekend because that offense is a little bit better.
The fact is, a defensive end who's not having that kind of Miles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Jesse Watt should not be the face of the Raiders. They made him the face of the Raiders because at one point that's all we had. So they made him the face of the Raiders. Good. Everybody fell in love and they enamored him. I like Max. Don't get me wrong. I like him. But like I said, I agree with you on that. We should have traded him. Even when Detroit asked for a trade, they said no because Max Crosby is the only thing we have to face the nation. The face nation should be Brock Bowers, but he's not going to be that now. Not yet. Maybe in the future. But Max Crosby, you know, he's out there. He's vocal. He talks and everything else. And when he mentioned the Raiders, who's the first player not being a Raider fan that they talk about? Max Crosby. Everybody talk about him. He's not the player we want to be. He was a Miles Garrett type player. Yeah. But he's not. So
it's tough to see. Fuck you, Bono.
We're going to fight all day. God damn it. You want to come to the mix? Get your ass in here.
Yeah, and exactly. Right there. And his stats have never been number one. When has he ever done more? When has he ever led the league in sacks in a season?
Never.
Oh, but he leads in QB pressures. Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Turn that shit into sacks. Stop the play dead in the backfield.
And tackle for losses. Yeah,
what good is QB pressures? That's no better than getting into the quarterback's space, saying, I'm here, and touching them. That's awesome. You touch quarterbacks. That's your stat. How many quarterback touches do you have? Oh, I have 45. You're leading the league in quarterback touches. Did you sack him? No.
So I missed.
How many sacks you got? No, like 9.
Nah.
Oh, how many times did you touch the quarterback? Like 48, 50,
45
somewhere around
times.
that.
I
Okay.
was in his face 45 times, but he got the ball off and got a first down anyway, or a touchdown.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
matter whether Bowers wants the hoopla. I get it. He's a very reserved guy.
yes.
You know, just like Colt Miller's extremely reserved guy. You don't see him say shit.
You don't hear
Okay. He
about
barely even does press conferences. But I think Bowers understands the fact that what he means to this team on the field to the fans. Like, we do good when he's doing good. Like last year, you know, we saw what this offense could be like if we could get him more involved. This year, he just hasn't been involved. Yes, he missed games because of injuries and everything. I get that. It's a part of the game. But I'm sorry. When you watch that game yesterday and you see the way he just played out and how he just puts his body on the line, especially for that touchdown catch, that was insane. Okay. And what does it do? It sparks hype in the fan base. I don't get excited when Max gets a sack. That
He should be doing it anyway. That's his job. He should be doing it
and
anyway.
I know Bauer should also be catching, touchdown, but I
He
mean,
was hurt after year.
any other guy on our team wouldn't have caught that. There's no one else in our roster that would have caught that ball.
Well, you know, you look at
Absolutely nobody.
look at that first touchdown catch he made. That
Actually,
catch actually
Kappa might have caught that. I think
okay.
Kappa would have caught that.
That first touchdown he caught, that ball was kind of thrown to the wrong side. He had to turn around and get it. It was a bad throw, but he caught it anyway. Both throws were bad. He caught it anyway. So, yeah, make him face the team, but these two deserve to be that.
Yeah, fans don't come to watch to see their favorite player
I know
unless
that.
it was like Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson. And I get that. I mean, I
I
went
know
to a
that.
Patriots game years ago only because they were playing the Lions and I was going to get to see Barry Sanders. That was the only reason I
Oh,
went to that
I
game,
get
and
that.
I got the tickets for free.
I get that. But when we have Max face plastered over the damn stadium, that's what they do. They try drawing fans to see Max.
And where are they? They're still not being drawn in. So what's the difference?
Because we're not winning. Because Max is not having a 5 sack
Hey, look
game.
at that! You just said something.
Oh, I already know that. You haven't won yet. You still got the Oakland crowd and the LA crowd. That's only so much you can bring there. You don't have the Vegas crowd coming in because they say, "Well, I'm gonna go to a game when we're losing." I'm not wasting my time. It's more to do in Vegas than watch a ready lose, a real loss.
Connor and Jimmy with a little. Oh God, some of these responses are awesome. You're only as old as you feel. Let's see. Mark overpays for things he likes, including Max.
And those
Yeah.
girls you got to sit in next to him.
I want Cleo Mack to pull a Charles Woodson and play and retire with the Raiders. What's up, Silver and Black?
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, I doubt that. Chris is saying that the organization owes Max and needs him to go into the Hall of Fame under their flag to justify all of this.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, I don't think you'll ever see him in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. He ain't a Hall of Fame career. But
Myles Garrett, first ballot automatic.
I'm not saying that, but yeah. Max is the only people.
What's up, Diesel? Welcome in, brother. He goes, woke up today and put my straight jacket on. Wait, you already got Diesel yelling at you.
No, I'm not saying I like to keep him there. Shit, we got to trade his ass when Detroit won him. I said, yeah, get the picks. Trade for something.
See, you can tell Crosby's been forced into a role of leader by default. Like, to me, a natural leader is very vocal, like Ray Lewis. Oh, God, yeah. Nobody had to tell Ray Lewis you need to take over this team. He probably walked in there day one as a rookie because that's just the attitude he has and the mentality.
He did automatically.
We don't have anybody on that team there's nobody on this current roster that would walk in and say, and start taking charge. Maybe JPJ, but I highly doubt that.
And
I don't see anybody on this roster.
And hold people accountable. Like, yeah, dude, shit, you step it up, man.
Yeah. Genty Bowers, yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Catch up. I am like 15 minutes behind in the chat. You're cool, Jeff. Thanks.
Whatever, Richard.
I'm correct. There is no iron team.
No,
there's very good chance we finish top 3 pick. I'm not opposed to trading the pick, but we have a prime opportunity to pick a very good prospect in Mentos. And I get it. And I know that's the one thing we've been missing the last few years, obviously. But again, we've just got so many holes on this team. We're not going to be able to solve it all in free agency. We're going to be able to solve a good chunk of it, but we're going to need those rookies to step in next year. Whoever we draft early. They're gonna have to. That's why we have to do our due diligence, and that's why I'm putting a little more stock in the scouting team this year
Yeah, because
versus last year because we got what's his name from Philly in here part of it now. So
Brandon Hunt.
let's see
Yeah,
what they put together for scouting reports and what we come up with in this draft. I'm curious. This is the draft that's going to make or break this team for the next few years. For
I
sure.
think Brandon Hunt's going to change some things around. I mean, I changed time, but they got a better because Spite even said when he came in there, he was late and he used the old scouting department to scout things. So, but now he has Brandon Hunt there. Maybe they can see different things. See, okay, they know what they need, and maybe the scout department be a lot better than what has been the past 3 years.
See, and I agree with Coach on this one. He hit that one right on the head. Crosby is a new Namde Awesome, a good player, but they shouldn't be the face of the Raiders. No.
Yeah, I'm not saying
See,
I'm not
Howie
agreeing.
Long.
I'm
See,
not
Howie
agreeing he
Long.
should be a face of the Raider, but he is. It's a fact. I'm not saying he should be, but that's a fact. That's the way it is now.
See,
I'm not
Howie
saying
Long was the face of the Raiders back in the day, but at the same time, you still had Marcus Allen there too.
yeah, but
So
Howie
you
Long.
had the face on the offense and you had the face on the defense. They were both dynamic players. They were captivating players, and they had a huge impact in what they did on the field.
Well, Howie Long and
You
Marcus
don't
Allen in the Hall
have
of
that
Fame.
right now.
Howie Long
Max,
and Marcus Allen in the Hall of Fame. Reason why? Because they played fucking ass off. They did good all those
yeah,
years they played. So yeah, they were the face. They should have been the face.
the fact that Max does it by himself should get more recognition. TJ Watt and Miles have other pieces around. What do you mean they have other pieces? Did you not watch the game last week against Cleveland? Miles Garrett was still getting double teamed and was still just blown right into the backfield, untouched. Well, not untouched, but with no problem. He's just that type of guy. I've said this before. Miles Garrett is just a big, strong bull rush, and he's just going to overpower anybody you put in front of him.
And they got
Whereas
speed
Max
too.
Crosby is more of a
Finesse.
finesse speed type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But my thought on Crosby is he sometimes swings too far out to the outside, so he's having to run back in. By that time, the quarterback's already stepping up or running up, running further up into the pocket or towards the line.
Right.
He's never going to catch him at that point. If he would just make a couple moves and come back on the inside, he could have a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he over pursues is the problem. Nam was never the face of the franchise. Yeah, he kind of was. Max is no Miles Garrett. Yeah, I'm sorry. What did you just do?
I hit the button by accident. Lost one mouse. Give it back. My bad.
I was like, what the hell just happened? I just saw
I hit the button by accident. I was moving my mouse and hit the button.
He was a lone great player on that defense. Yeah, and that's all we had at that time was Namdi. PG once alluded to Max being a problem on this team. I mean, he definitely didn't look happy at the end of yesterday's game.
Nope.
What's up, Michael? Welcome in, brother. Let's see.
But never tested.
He never followed his numbers. His number one wideout. Teams could scheme around him. Sorry, everyone does a horrible player and has no faith in Jesus.
Tackle for losses. Yeah. He does good in that.
Not even a tackle for loss. Well, he does have a lot of those.
He does do that well. But
I mean, I will give him credit yesterday. There was that one tackle for loss, man. That running back, what's his name? Vidal got the ball in his hand, and boom, Max was already
there. They didn't block him. They try to pull the guard.
It's almost like, I mean, Jesus Christ, Herbert could have just handed the ball to Max at that point. That's how fast he got back there. He did try. He does do that a lot though, too, where he jumps off sides because he tries to time the snap and he gets the count wrong. So that costs us too, even though he's trying to take a chance to, get in faster, but that still hurts us.
Yeah.
I want Khalil Mack to be like Woodson and come back and retire. Did I already miss that?
That's not going to happen. I think we talked about it already.
Yeah. But he got exposed badly, having to play with. Yeah. Well, I think the other thing too is when he went to Philly, they ran a different defensive system too, a defensive scheme, and it was totally out of his norm. He was so much better with us when he went to Philly. Man, he just took a step back. He was not good in Philadelphia.
No, he wasn't.
Browns need to be prepared for the hoopla because he's a star.
Yeah, you got to get ready for it because
Yeah, he's got no choice.
You have to be ready for it because it's coming.
Crosby isn't great either. He's just good. Maybe with great players around him, he'll be great. Yeah, which is what we were hoping for, that Kuntz was going to be that guy on the opposite side of the defensive line that was going to allow Max to not be double teamed constantly. But Kuntz has been just invisible all season. I mean, the
And
best
that
play I've seen from the opposite end since the start of the season has been Snowden when he's been in there. Snowden's played pretty
and
damn
that
good.
too with the Christian Wilkins thing happened. That really set us back.
Well, yeah, I mean, you take one of the better defensive tackles in the league out of the equation, and now we have to deal with with Butler and Booker, or
Malua and
Lalau, or whoever else is going to be
yeah,
out there.
yeah, Vegas actually got in the game too. Like, huh?
Yeah,
Well, like goose.
Max, the guy who gets attention on the other side. Ruben Bain from Miami looks like a dude who can get drafted and do something. I know 805's got some takes on him. I've heard him talk about him already
Yeah, I heard
too.
about Bang.
He's not crazy about what he's seen from him. There's some inconsistencies. Crosby has worth his contract. That more than you can say about most of our team over the course of his time. No, you're right too. I do give you that. I'm not saying Crosby's a shit player. I'm just saying we needed to see more from him. I'm sorry.
And yeah, and especially how much money they paid him. I was like, come on now. At one point,
He,
was the
what
highest
do you
paid
have?
defensive end. He was the highest paid defensive end for like 2-3 weeks before they paid everybody else. Yeah, okay,
Oh
well
yeah,
let's
I
see.
mean, well, that was a smart move on our part though, because we would have been having to pay him more.
Let's see more than 8 sacks, 9 sacks a year. Let's see 15. Let's see like
He's only had He's only had one season where he had, I think it was 14 was his highest ever, and I think that might have been his second year. Was it? I forget now.
Well, his first couple years were great. He did all right, but
Yeah, but he's never done that again though. He's never been in the running for the most sacks in the season. I think that was the closest he got to, was a 14 sack season. Other than that, he hovers around the 10 mark, which isn't bad still. I'm not saying that's a shit number. It's 10 more than what I would get,
Well, compared to the rest of the league and their sack leaders, come on now.
Yep. The fact of the matter is that we're not winning with Crosby right now. If we choose to keep him, it'll take longer for the Rays to actually become good. And that's why I'm all for trading and get what you can get for him to plug all these other goddamn holes we have. Who knows? We could find another gem like him in the draft then later. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think we get enough of these guys that are on our roster that aren't starters to really get a feel for how good they really can be. We have no idea. Like, to this day, you still don't know how good Grant is out on the field. We kind of got an idea on Caleb Rogers based on this, his performance from yesterday. I'd have to rewatch it and really key in on him to see how I feel about him. But as of right now, I'm about 50-50 on him, I'd have to say.
Well, he's a rookie. So, but yeah, at least he got a shot. Let's see what he got and what do you need to do work on in the off season to get better.
Yeah, we are stirring up.
You always search. That's what we do. That's how we do around shows. It'd be boring if he did.
Oh, trust me. If we could trade for Joe Burrow, oh my God,
I would take him in a heartbeat.
I got to skip through some of these. What's Rich Gannon doing nowadays? Why can't we get him in the front office or coaching staff? Can't be worse than Gruden, possibly.
He said he didn't want to coach. He already said
that. He said he never wanted to really get into coaching.
Yeah, they asked him that question. He said, "Nah, I'm done. I'm retired. I'm good."
Yeah. Let's see. Pigs just had to throw this one in there. Epstein is probably still alive. I've said that too. I wouldn't be surprised if he still is.
He's probably in that damn island somewhere.
Who can we look to as a new coach? Oregon's coach, Matt LaFleur's brother. I don't know. If we do end up canning him, I don't know what's going to do.
If they bring a new coach, they got to bring an offensive-minded coach. And, with defensive-minded coach is fine, but get the defensive coordinator, bring in a dude from the 49ers. What's his name?
Up, Jason?
What's that guy name? The Jets coach? I can't think of his name right now. Saleh.
Oh, Saleh.
Bring in Saleh and hire an offensive coordinator. I mean, hire offensive coach.
I want an offensive-minded head coach.
Yeah, offensive-minded coach. Defense coach didn't work.
Well, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just we need to have we need emphasis on the offense. So we need the OC and the head coach to be on the same page together, because we definitely saw that the OC, even Chip Kelly and Pete Cow were not on the same page because it just did not. It didn't look right from the start.
You can tell
You
it
know,
was
it just looked like a confused offense from the get go, and still kind of is. But because we just made that change, so we got to get out of that funk that we've been in for the first 11 games of this season. So yesterday was like a fresh start. It showed a little bit of what we potentially could have for the rest of the season.
Yeah, but that was 1 week, so we're going to take time. This season's over with,
Yep.
so I don't think that Olsen will be the offensive coordinator next year. But we'll see how that works out. But it was like it was nice to see something different out there that looked different, felt different. You know, instead of being stagnant in the same old funk.
Oh hell no! I don't want Lane Kiffin anywhere near this team. I'm done. I don't
No.
want any retreads. I don't want any former coaches of the Raiders coming back and like I don't want a Gruden 3.0. I don't want Lane Kiffin,
Nope.
Del Real. Everybody we got to
They're done.
start in a whole different. I don't want anybody with any ties to this team prior. I mean, as far as like head coach goes, I don't want any old former Raider head coaches. I'm done with that shit. And I don't want an old dude now. I
want a
I
fresh.
fucked up. I should have just conceded to Severe back in the beginning of all this, but I conceded to him a few weeks ago.
I want a fresh start with whole new ideas, whole new system, whole new plans. I don't want this recycle stuff over and over again.
If Pittsburgh let Tomlin go, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I don't think they will let him go.
But I don't know. I mean,
he's still a winning coach.
He's only the third coach that team's ever had. So
he's a winning coach. Although not playoffs right now, but he's still a winning coach. They said that he had bad luck with quarterbacks and everything else since Roethlisberger left.
Yep. Let's see. PG will take Butler with him. That's what's left of the players he wanted. Yep. People treat Max like Cobb, but he's never had help. We keep switching coaches. So Max is very good, but not elite. And I agree with that one too. What's up, Brandon? And we may be trading Max for more picks because we did a bang up cracker job the last drive.
Brandon, you should have 2 years ago when
last draft.
Did Detroit want him? They picked that phone up. Said, "What are you gonna give us?" That's before he got that contract.
Well, you know what? They'll have a lower pick this year, so.
Yeah, not doing too well this year.
Huh?
It's not Detroit not doing too well this year.
No. We need to bring Madden back from the dead. What's up, Neil? Yeah. But trade draft assets for Burrow, Raiders on a QB away. That's the problem. If it was a matter of just paying him, then I'd be all for it. Yeah, that's the downside.
Yeah, Burrow problem is that he has our situation. We have a bad offensive line. So, but he has some two good receivers there.
Zion Young in third round. He has a ton of athletic ability and upside. Needs refining and outside leverage. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I made it to the end of the chat. All right, good. Caught up. I'm at work, fellas, but I've been in and out of this live stream. Really busy at work because we have inventory on Friday after work and Saturday, so I'm prepping out. Yeah. Fuck inventory. Max has some coaches. Has had same coaches. Yeah, and that's just it. He's had Patrick Graham for 4 years straight. So there's no excuse in coaching change. He's had head coaches that have been different, but he doesn't answer the head coach. He answers to the defensive coordinator. The coordinator answers to the head coach.
And the defensive line coach, what's his name? Leonard. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, he's had both of them for the last 4 years. So why is things not better there? I mean, I could get it with a quarterback. Every year you got a different offensive coordinator. You're learning a different system. That gets to be a lot. I'm sure it does. I mean, have you seen the thickness in some of these playbooks? Granted, I don't think they're physical books anymore, but
more
I mean, some of them like a Bible, like reading War and Peace.
They're like encyclopedias now.
Yeah.
Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3.
Oh, what's up, Navy? Bet you're watching your grandkid. That's awesome.
Yeah, great.
So we've been at it for almost 2 hours. I had a whole bunch of stuff, but we've pretty much went off the rails a little bit here, just talking about just everything, and it's all Chris's fault because he brought up the whole Max thing. So I'm blaming.
Yeah, it's my fault. Yeah, make the show exciting. Yeah, and
So
before
I am gonna run. I'm gonna run through some of these stats, right? I do want to hit this because I think this is a good way to look at this after after yesterday's game. So right now the team offense for 2025, okay? So we're averaging 15 points a game, which is absolutely disgusting. We're averaging 268.9 yards a game, which isn't that great either. We're averaging 185 yards passing and 87.4 yards rushing. So, and we're at the bottom tier in scoring, big plays, third down. So we're not even competitive in the stat categories.
So we're bottom 25 then, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. We probably got like the 32nd ranked offense overall. I wouldn't be surprised. Team defense, we've allowed an average of 25 points a game. So that's a 10-point swing. We can't even look at this weekend, 31-14. There's your point difference right there already.
Mm-hmm.
We're under in the point scoring. So we scored 14 instead of 15. We allowed 31 instead of 25.
Well, granted, that last touchdown was like, I don't know what Harbaugh did there. He put the knee on the ground, but he decided to run the ball. That was just him being an asshole. It was 24-14, but Harbaugh said, "Yeah, we're running in." Yeah, fuck you, Harbaugh. But anyway, other than that, they still let him score regardless.
Yeah, and I got some player individual stats that I want to hit up too. I was tired of Max. I've seen him chewing him out on the field. 33rd. Yeah, we get the 33rd ranked.
That's pretty bad. It was only 30.
Ohio State's number 32. So individual player stats. So Geno Smith, as of the end of yesterday's game, he's got 2,367 yards passing. He's got 13 TDs and 13 interceptions. Genti has 604 yards rushing. He has 8 touchdowns total. Trey Tucker has 530 yards receiving. That's on the offense. So those are the main hitters on our offensive side. Defense, Devin White leads in tackles with 103. I didn't break anything else down, just the tackles. I didn't go into it all the way. But if we go to... I did do a deeper dive on Geno Smith for the hell of it.
He has 14 interceptions.
Just to put things in perspective on how bad he's been and how bad he's going to continue to be this season. Okay. So you ready for this? So his 2025 stats through 11 games. All right. So he has been sacked 41 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 3.7 sacks per game. He's on pace.
Averaging what?
3.7 sacks per game. So almost 4 sacks a game average. Okay. He's on pace to be sacked a total of 63 times this season. That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot.
63. Okay. That not only puts perspective on Geno Smith, but it puts perspective on the offense as a whole. That right there tells you how bad our offensive line is. Okay. 13 interceptions on the season. He's on pace for 20.
I thought he had 14 after yesterday. Did it update? I think he has 14 now. Because he had 13 going into yesterday. And then Tua led the lead for the game. He had 14, and Geno just tied him for the lead interceptions. I might be wrong, but I thought it was 14.
Oh, he's got 14 in total.
Yeah.
All right. So that was all right. So it didn't. All right. So either way, he's still on pace for about 20 interceptions. He's got 15 touchdowns. He's on pace for like 21 touchdowns. So he's going to almost have the same number of interceptions as he does touchdowns this season. He's at a 66.6% completion ratio. He's thrown for 2,532 yards, which puts him on pace for about 3,600. Just about 36 to 3,700 for the year. Well, how is a guy that's supposed to survive that kind of pressure, and still produce wins. So how much is this really Gino's fault? And I know Afakasi sent me a message back saying, being at the game yesterday and seeing it in person, it yeah, I don't feel that it's necessarily all Gino's fault. Yes, he does take a good chunk of the blame for what's going on, but how much is it really his fault when the line can't block, the receivers can't get open, there's no separation with the receivers for the most part. There's only two guys he can count on week in and week out, and that's Bowers and Genty. He can count on getting the ball to Genty, but Genty's going to get tackled for a loss the majority of the time. Bowers, he can get the ball to him, and then Bowers just works his magic. That's it. Thornton, I wouldn't trust throwing that ball to that kid for nothing.
No, not at all.
How he got so many, he leads in targets, and no, he's number 3 in targets. How he's still that high in targets is beyond me.
Well, you can target somebody you want to, but what about his catches? Who cares?
Yeah, but why are you throwing it to him is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, you can't catch the ball.
You can't catch the ball. It's just horrible. Max is going to be stacking injuries soon. Yeah, and that's the other thing. He's not getting younger. When this team trades Max, I will believe that things will change for the better.
Maybe.
You ain't telling me something, man. I'm telling you, I've been calling this since before the draft. I was willing to trade him away. And as Jay from Just Raiders, baby, he'll tell you all about it because he used to get mad at me.
I was talking about when Detroit asked for him. I still talk about it. I said, he should have did when he had a shot. When he had a shot, should have took it.
So from now on, we need to look at O-line and colleges and free agent. Yeah, I'll tell you, the free agent list for offensive linemen looks pretty good. Yeah, he's on average for 63. Yeah, it's David Codd numbers, which knocked him out of the league. Yeah,
not Derek, but David.
And this isn't a young quarterback we're talking about. This isn't like a second year or third year quarterback that's still in his mid-20s. We're talking about a guy that's already
35 years old.
35-year-old quarterback getting knocked and sacked 6 times by guys like twice the size of him. That's not healthy. How he hasn't been knocked out of a game yet this year is beyond me, to be honest with you. He's going to be one of the toughest sons of bitches I've ever known, or he's going to be made of metal. He's a cyborg.
He should have been that one game. Cyborg. He should have been that one game he played. He come back in the game blip and they said, take him out. He's hurt. No, they put him right back in there. So take him out, put another quarterback in. They didn't do it. They put him back in.
Yeah, the Jets are one win ahead of us. But yeah, I saw those stats and I'm like, yeah, I got to incorporate that into today's show because I don't even want to do a MVP in this game. I still don't see. If there's an MVP, it's going to be Brock.
That's the only thing. I mean, it's obvious it's Brock. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, 805, you're 100% correct. That's exactly what I say too. It's not all Gino. He's part of the problem, but no QB could have success with this O-line and wide receiver targets. Even when Burrow had the worst O-line, he had Jamar Chase and Higgins.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's why people are like, oh yeah, we'll just, we should go and get so-and-so quarterback. We should have got this quarterback last year. There is no quarterback in this league, absolutely none, that could survive with this offense. I think that if there's anyone out there, past or present, that might possibly still have a positive outcome, would have been probably Michael Vick, because Michael Vick could run like a son of a bitch, and he could get out of shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's any quarterback that's ever lived that could survive behind this offensive line or be successful. Not live, but be successful.
You bring Montana and all them guys back, they will not have success.
Oh my God, Montana would have been dead. They would have been cutting him out on a stretcher.
Exactly. All them guys bring him back, they'd be dead.
Oh, what's this here? I don't think it's the answer, but what are your thoughts on Tomlin? I don't know what to think right now on the head coach. All I know is I don't want Pete Carroll back. I'm sorry. I want a younger, and Tomlin's not old. He's on the senior side of coaches, yeah, but not the Pete Carroll senior. I just think with Tomlin, he brings a sense of respect. I think it would definitely change things and for the better. I'm not against it, but I still want an offensive, younger-minded coach, to be honest with you. I want a younger-minded offensive-minded coach, especially if we're looking at drafting rookie QB to be our future franchise quarterback, because I want that coach and that quarterback to grow together. I don't want. We can't bring it. Let's put it. This is why I don't want Mendoza. To be honest with you, is because if Pete Carroll's still here, I don't want him, because I don't want an older coach that's only got guaranteed 2 more years with us, and then he moves on because we don't re-sign him for the 4th year option. And now what? Now we got to bring another coach in. This guy's going to start doing that, learning from that. I don't know. That's probably the other reason I don't want Mendoza. If we have a whole new coaching staff next year, I'm open to it. Let's see. Where are we here? I see us at 2 behind the Titans. Yeah. We need the Titans to lose 2 games and we not win any to move up to number 1, because we got the tiebreaker over them because we already beat them. Can a punter be MVP? Yeah. Yeah. It's about all we got.
Could be. Sure.
Yeah. How's Herbert's hand doing? How's he feeling? Welcome in, Steve. I'm sorry I didn't say thank you when you first came in. I appreciate your brother being here. Better than the Raiders season, that's for sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it when people come in that are fans of other teams and they we don't know that we're bad, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are bums." Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, we know that.
We know that.
Tell us that.
We watch the games like this. Oh yeah, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we admit that.
Although I wish I could watch the games like this.
You say Raiders suck. Yeah, you're right. Well, I agree with you. We do suck.
I wish I could watch the games like this and be deaf during the game so I don't have to hear it.
Yeah, Raiders suck. Yeah, you ain't saying nothing.
I just sit here like this for 3 hours.
A lot of things suck about the Raiders right now.
Thomas, he's burnt out. If he does part from Pittsburgh, he should sit out and relax for it. Yeah, that dude's been at it for a long time now.
He should just retire.
Raider, it's still the MVPs. Yeah, I'll give you that. Even though they weren't even in LA, but that's fine. Steelers aren't moving on from Thomas, so I don't know why peeps keep. Yeah, this is the first time, in all honesty,
I've heard that
in this chat on this show today is the first time I've heard anybody even bring up Tomlin's name, which is odd. I'm like, because where is that coming from?
I mean, you think about it, Steelers only had 3 head coaches in their whole history. Jesus, that's amazing.
Also, Raiders fans think Tomlin is going to bring his magic to the Raiders of never going on. Yeah, that ain't happening. No. Dude, his first year here, if he comes here, I guarantee it's going to be about he'll have like a 200 batting average here. He ain't going to be 500.
He's going to come in and retire. I'm retiring. I'm done. I am done.
Yeah.
Coach this team.
He's going to, in all honesty, he probably look at this team and look at our roster and go, "Oh, hell no, I can't work with that shit. There's too much shit to fix. You know what? I'm taking a couple years off. Hit me up in 2 years."
No, I'm retiring. I'm taking my 401k plan and going home, going on vacation.
Oh, what's up, Oscar? Still silver and black through and through. Absolutely, my guy. Hurting still better than Gino. Yeah, no shit, dude. I'm better than Gino. You're probably better than Gino, and you're a goddamn Chargers fan. Idiot. Fucking dumbass. Get the fuck out of here. Don't you have a Chargers? Oh, that's right. There's only 3 fans. No sense in having a podcast with only two people in your chat.
Right.
I do watch the games with my eyes closed because the Raiders are so awful.
Yeah, I watched the game yesterday and it was painful.
Yeah, I refuse to pick an MVP this week. It's
the obvious. It's the obvious. It's just Flowers. He did that. Those 2 men, that one catch. So he gets kudos. Other than that, nobody picked Mups. It's a big list. I don't want to pick Mups here because there's a whole lot of players.
Well, if I pick him up, I think that's an easy one. Kappa. I'm just going with Kappa. The guy shouldn't even be out there. Kappa, Parham. Putnam.
Well, there's a big list. There's a big list.
Yeah,
the
whole offensive line, but I don't want to.
That's I don't
want to encompass Caleb Rogers into that because I need to see exactly how he did. I would need to, because it's tough when you watch the game in real time to see his footwork and what he's looking at and who he's blocking and how is he adjusting. you can't do that in real time watching the game.
You can't
So
put
I
him up
reserved
list.
on that one.
You can't put him up list that for what you just said. Plus, this is his first actual game, like a real game. So, go make rookie mistakes, this and that. So I won't put him in the up list. The rest of the guys, hell yeah, all the other four.
Fucking stream of it. Then go start your own show, you dumbass. What the fuck you in here busting our balls for? I told you.
If they're losers, then go do your own.
Go to your Chargers fan podcast or whatever. What the fuck? Go over there.
You don't like it, get out.
Don't join
nobody.
that.
You don't have to be here. You can leave. That's one thing to live in America. You can do what you want. Get the fuck out if you don't like it.
Yeah. Or I can just help you out, which I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Oh, see? Fucking.
No, there you go. You have to worry about crying about it.
Fucking walk the plank, bitch.
Yeah, Chargers fans are when they win, like yeah, but then when they start losing, watch what happens. You won't see these fuckers again. You will not see a Charger fan again.
I forgot to ask him how his trophies look in SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, you can hear you just can't make comments.
True. Every time I see Capra on the field, I know the team isn't really trying. Right? What's up, Big Luck? What's going on? You just in time. We're leaving, brother. We're calling it a day. We've been up for 2 hours.
Why is Capra playing center anyway?
Yeah, I don't get that. When I saw him showing up at center yesterday, I'm like, wow. What are we doing?
It's the best we can do. I would put Meredith back there. Shit. At least we know Meredith. At least we know Meredith's fuck ups. But why have you put this guy in there?
Oh God, it's just ridiculous.
I guess they're trying to condone how much they paid him. Say, well, we gotta play you. We pay you so much. You gotta play. You gotta play somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, put in a wide receiver then. Shit, at least Mike can catch the ball better than Thornton can.
Well, we did. Remember, we threw it to him in the end zone.
We put a wide out.
At least I know he can muscle the ball away from somebody. I'm like fucking Dante Thornton here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit.
He's stronger. Shit.
What's up, Mosa? I think 2 QBs that can be great for us from this class of Diego Pavea or Drew Allah.
Yeah, fine. You draft them late. But we got other things to work on first.
As long as we're not picking with our first pick.
We can Corvus all you want to, but it makes no sense when we have an O-line. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how they do in the free agency. The free agency come out, they get some O-line. Then I can say draft this quarterback. Other than that, I'm not even thinking about quarterback right now. I'm thinking about O-line help.
All right, I gotta get out of here.
It's 2 hours. Is it good?
We got we just got new washer and dryer dropped off this morning. My son-in-law's home now, so we're going to install the new washer and dryer over here. Hopefully it's a lot quieter.
Well, Jeff, that thing was from the show, man. Like hear that washer and dryer in the background, man. That's part of the show.
You won't hear it anymore, probably.
Well, it's part of the show. The washer and dryer go in the background. That's part of the show.
I'll be on tomorrow night for the Most Notorious podcast with Leo, Raider Will, and James. And then I'll be on Thursday night with the Raider Connection, myself, Leo, Jay from Just Raiders Baby, who was in the chat, LV Raider 10. And Chris, what do you got coming up?
We got Tuesday night show tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, with my boy Raider Nation Jason, and also Chewy, the Cover 3 show. And after that, I'm not doing nothing for the next till Friday. I'm done.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for being here with us today and spending your Monday morning with us, afternoon with us, whatever. But it's been fun. And as I always say, stay safe. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
And God bless. Rest in peace, Gord Peterson.
Yeah, Gord Peterson. Rest in peace.